What is the deal, Raider Nation? What is the deal? You already know what today is. We're about to get into the news, so stay tuned after the intro.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
How about it, you creep, you lunatic?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are back here. We are live with breaking news. You already know what today was. We have the deadline at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern of getting the roster down to the final 53. And boy, did we make moves. Did we make moves? There was a few wow factors, you know what I mean? There was some shit that caught us off guard, but the Raiders front office decided to go in a certain direction, and you got to read in between the lines. It's not just the fact of who we made moves with, but it shows you the confidence in the players that are still on this roster after these moves. So we're going to get into it. Come one, come all, pull on up. Pull on up. Hold on real quick. Let me do this real quick. I got to send this link out. Yes, indeed. But man, oh man, did the Raiders shake and bake and get out there and roll them dice. Hey, we in Vegas. So yeah, they rolled that dice, boy. Is it going to pay off? We have to see, because there's some moves that we won't know the final end result until things fall into place with those moves. And, like, what are you saying, lunatic? What I'm saying is there has been surprise releases. There were unexpected trades, right? There were unexpected everything. But the most important thing is there more? Is there more moves to be made? You know what I mean? Is there a free agent signing in the potential short horizon before the season? Is there a potential trade? You know what I mean? Speaking of trade, we made one today. That's what I was speaking of. And we'll get into that in a moment. But the one wow factor that we had of today, what do y'all think about Leatherwood getting released? They said that we tried to trade him to 31 other teams, and all them motherfuckers said, no! Hell no! You know what I mean? Damn! A former first-round draft pick last season. And it's not just like it was an offensive lineman coming out of Prairie View, McNeese State. He came out of Alabama. Mr. Alex Leatherwood went from first round pick to the next year flop. Who's seen that shit? And that means the Raiders are willing to eat 7.8 million? Hold on, we're going to get into these numbers for real. That just lets you know how serious they was letting this dude go. They was willing to eat money off the cap just to let him go. You couldn't pull a trade. You wasn't going to be able to pull a trade because of his piss poor performance in the preseason, in his struggles. You know what I mean? You're waiting. These teams, hey, they just wait for you to release them, and then they all just, whoever want them, get at them. Because you remember they were saying that there were some teams calling the Raiders up about a potential trade. But these teams aren't dumb. If you know that a team is going to release a player if they can't trade them, why would I trade for him? Why would I give you up assets that I have in my barrage of draft picks to soothe your need of getting rid of a player that you were going to get rid of anyway? So, with that being said, that's what happened. Teams told the Raiders, nope, we're not trading for him. You couldn't even get a 7th round pick. Even a future 7th round pick. You couldn't get that from... Man, I tell you, you talk about fall from grace. Fall from grace. A 1st round pick and you received awards in college for the position you played. Now, some say we had him out of position, playing tackle, instead of guard. And then people was wondering, well, why did this regime force him to play tackle? Maybe I don't think they don't force nobody to do anything. I think Alex Leatherwood wanted the opportunity to play tackle, and so they obliged. Okay, clean slate. Go earn it. And you remember from day one, it was pretty much Leatherwood's position at right tackle to keep it. So they basically almost put it in his lap. Here is yours. Let's see what you're going to do with it. Now, I told you before, I can give it to you, but what you going to do with it? I can give it to you, but what? Shout out to J.O. Felony. You know what I mean? Hey, and that's what they did. They gave it to him. He fumbled. You know what I mean? Why didn't they just put him at guard? They gave Alex Leatherwood opportunity to win a spot outright. And I'm pretty sure Leatherwood, fuck guard. Give me tackle. I can do tackle. And sometimes people are so strong-willed that they be damned, hell and high water, to fail at us. But sometimes in life you fail. It doesn't mean you're a failure as a person, as a human being. It just means you failed at what you were trying to succeed at. You can't succeed at everything. It's impossible. Our genetic makeup don't allow us to succeed at everything. Some things is just gonna be that bump in the road that's like, I can't get it. Some motherfuckers can play basketball, some of them can't. Some motherfuckers can play football, some can't. Some can play tackle, some can't. It ain't no knock on Leatherwood, it's just the fact he couldn't get it. He couldn't get the tackle spot. And it was given to him in his lap. From day one, we all know this. It was Leatherwood's job to lose. And he lost it. It doesn't mean he's a horrible human. We're talking football aspects. You know what I mean? And I see people want to get on his head and you ain't. Come on now, this is not a personal type of attack. He just couldn't grasp the tackle and play it at a high level that we expect. We tried to trade him, and it seems to me that 31 other teams agreed. You know what I mean? Nobody traded for him. You could have had him signed, sealed, and delivered probably for it. You got a first-round pick for a 7th. They probably could have got a 7th. Easy. You can, fuck it. Make it a conditional. If he makes the team, you get just like they did with Gillespie. And Gillespie got cut. Speaking of that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. All in all, it is what it is. We moved on. Now we know Illuminor is pretty much going to be right tackle. Cottonwood at the guard. Because there's no Leatherwood to move from tackle to guard to move him anywhere. So he's gone. Now we see how everything is lining up. What is our roster shaping up to look like? So now we know pretty much, are we done with the offensive line? Are there free agents out there that they might want to go and kick the tires on that's released from other teams? Possibility. But Ziegler and them don't let anything leak out. They don't let anything leak out. So it's a wait and see scenario with that situation. Maybe there is a potential trade or even free agent signing at the offensive line spot, either tackle. Are they happy with Illuminor? I believe so. Cottonwood? I believe so. A lot of people overlook Cottonwood. Cottonwood, and this is what other players on the team have said, Cottonwood is the most athletic big man on this team, lineman. Whether it's defensive or offensive. They said he's the most athletic, agile type dude. They said, don't be fooled by Cottonwood. There I'm going, mixing two motherfuckers up. Don't be surprised by Lester Cotton Jr. He has the physical attributes. Now, obviously, the coaching staff, the offensive line coach, is coaching him up because it looks like he's about to be penciled in as the starting right guard. So, I don't think he hits his ceiling either. I think there's still room for development. And that's exactly what I think. Okay, let me quit going on further. Let me get at everybody that's in the chat, man. Hey, thank you guys for pulling up. My guy Robert Pena, Sean Johnson's in the house. JB, good afternoon. Oh, we got Lord Rachitas, hey, thank you for pulling up, my guy. Top of the afternoon, Anthony Estrada, Jorge C., Robert Pena again, Jorge C. I'm going through them all. Jorge C., Anthony Estrada, Dominique 5, salute to you. B. Al, my guy, top of the, not of the AM, top of the afternoon. You know what I mean? West Side Sports, man. He said, hell to the nah. Big Ern in the house, man. Hey, for real. We gonna get into some more of this shit, man, for real. Jorge C., make sure JB, Anthony Estrada. I don't want to miss nobody. Do not alienate anyone. Jason Thomas, man, top of the afternoon to you, my brother. Hey, thank you for pulling up. If this is your first time here, please do me a solid. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and knock the hell out of the notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. You know what I mean? Hey, thank you guys for pulling up. Who else we got? SC in the house, man. Top of the afternoon, man. Hey, we're going to get into the Mullen situation. We're going to get into it, man. There's a lot of, we got caught off guard, man. Hey, salute to SC, man. My guy is here for real. Who else we got in here? I don't want to miss nobody, man. Everybody's a part of this channel. Fade to Black, my guy. Thank you for pulling up. For real. We about to get into this shit some more. Raider Chris. What's up with it, Raider Chris? Hey, man. Hey, thank you for pulling up, man. Like, you know what I mean? You guys are always welcome. You know, mi casa, su casa. So, hey, pull on up a chair, man. Kick back. Correspond in the chat, man. We about to dig deep into this shit. And we're going to dig deep beyond it to see what it all means. So we're gonna get into it. We're right now we're just looking at shit on the surface as far as the moves that's made, but there's shit behind it to make those moves possible and making it reasonable to make those moves. So we're gonna dig into it for real. George in the house, man. Hey, top of the afternoon. Thank you for pulling up. Let me see who else. Damn, we in here kind of thick today, man. Kind of thick, man. Holly Tanner, hey, my gal, hey, thank you for pulling up, Miss Lady. Thank you for pulling up, for real. Derek Hazard, what's the deal? Hey, thank you for pulling up, man. Everybody that's here for the first time, just subscribe, hit them thumbs. Let's get into, I'm ready to get into this shit some more. Okay, so that's the whole, my aspect and outlook on the Leatherwood thing. It's not a knock on him as a human, so don't hit him up on Twitter, you piece of shit, or you have failed. Fuck all that. The man failed, so the fuck what? We all fail. You know what I mean? But that's what life does. You only can learn from it. So maybe he learns from it, he moves on to a team and develops there. I wish him the best of luck. Because he didn't pick himself in the first round at where he got picked last year. That wasn't him. You know what I mean? So to him, man, to the best to you and your family, man, and blessings, and may you become that football player that you want to become. I'm going to give you props, man. Hey, not many of us can make the NFL, man, and you did it. You know what I mean? It didn't go as planned here with the Raiders, but maybe somewhere else, a different change of scenery, a different opportunity, you will prosper. And my brother, I look forward to seeing that happen. And I look forward when our team, the Raiders, and whatever team you're on, face just to see you again, my brother. So, hey, good luck with life. Good luck with your family, man. Good luck with football. Now, with that being said, now, the main wow factor of the mother freaking fracking day. Trayvon Mullen. Trayvon Mullen. Who seen that curveball coming for him to get traded? Nobody. Nobody seen that shit. But we're going to read in between that shit too. Trayvon Mullen, in case you guys don't know, was traded to the Arizona Cardinals for a conditional 7th round pick. And that 7th round pick can move up to a 6th rounder depending on playing time with that team. Now, who seen that coming? I didn't see it coming. But if you look at it and you analyze it, it shows me, since you was not present to practice, that gave opportunity to other guys. Other guys got opportunities. Meek Robinson, everybody, Meek gone. You know what I mean? Webb was a cusp dude. They thought they would make the team, but the last one to make the team in that position group, right? Then you have Darius Phillips get released today. So not only did you lose one defensive back, you got rid of the second. So that told me out of those two, and we was expecting those two to make the roster. So that's another point in case. We expected Trayvon Mullen and DP, double penetration, to defensive back performance. Defensive performance, let's say that. We expected DP defensive performance to make the squad with Mullen. That's 2 roster spots. We penciled that in. Those 2 spots became open, and now I think Amik Robinson and Webb, because they was out there performing preseason, y'all. They were, unless I'm missing something. Did Amik Robinson make the team and Webb also? I didn't see anything about them getting cut. Let me double check because I don't like giving out misinformation. Oh man, hold on. I'm getting all these fucking updates. Gosh darn it. We in the house. Oh shit. Oh, hold on real quick, y'all. I gotta do something. This real one fucking quick. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, it just shows me the faith that the front office and the coaching staff has in these young guys on this team, because you got to give them their props. They went out there and bust their ass in this preseason. They went out there and they actually busted their ass and they played damn good. They might have had a slow start, but you can't really judge them on the Hall of Fame game. I'm going to say that because every team didn't get 4 preseason games. You know what I mean? So, but yet they went out there and they did their motherfucking thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody out there. Hey, Terrence in the house, man. Top of the afternoon to you, for real. NorCal Raider Jesse, my guy, is in the building. Hey, man, yeah, pull on up, y'all. Pull on up. We got plenty of room. We got 48 people watching right now. Come on in. We're going to discuss this. We're going to talk about it. We're going to laugh about it. We're going to cry about it. Somebody crying in the car right now. Somebody crying in the car. Maybe DP. I would cry too after DP getting DP'd. No, not that DP. He got disciplined. He got released. You know what I mean? Oh, Bam Olaseni got released, but the expectations is for him to clear waivers and for the Raiders to add him to the practice squad, which I was saying all along. Keep Bam. Keep Bam. We need Bam Bam. Bam Bam Bigelow on this motherfucking team. Hold on. So there's a few others, man, I gotta get into. God dang it, this motherfucking. I gotta send some shit over real quick, man. Hold on. Alright. So now, damn, I didn't even send this fucking link out. Dude, I'm tripping today, y'all. Hey, I'm so juiced, because when I start seeing these news, I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Hey, you guys hit those like buttons, man. Hit those likes while you're here, man. We're going to have a moment real quick where I'm going to share this link out to more people. I didn't get an opportunity to do that. Oh, yeah, this is what I was going to do right here. Okay. So, yeah, please, man, hey, thank you guys for pulling up, man. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Please subscribe if you have not done so. If this is your first time, and while you're there subscribing, hit the like. It don't cost nothing. There's no membership fees. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost your firstborn, a testicle, none of that, or ovary. It don't cost nothing. Just, it's for free. All you got to do is just click on it. Click on the little button, subscribe and hit that like button. Hit the notification bell while you're down there. And leave a comment. Why not? Tell me, say, hey, lunatic, I don't fucking like your show, man. I'm like, hey, you know what? May you be blessed. No negativity, no more. I'm fuck with that negativity shit. We're going to ride with this positive wave. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody in here, man. It is a pleasure. But yes, Trayvon Mullen was traded. So that tells me, no, okay, let me ask you guys this. Since Trayvon Mullen is traded, who is the starting corner opposite of Rock Ya-Sin? Anthony Averett? Do you think Averett got that job? And I said this shit, I said this shit before it all happened. I said I believe Anthony Averett will become the starter. I think he can start. Just looking at his track record last season, 3 interceptions with Baltimore. I thought Averett would be able to start opposite of Rock Ya-Sin. And do you guys think, is Averett the one replacing Mullen since we got rid of him? Is that the case? SC, everybody, what y'all think? Oh, you think between Nate Hobbs and Anthony Averett? Hey, I would not be mad at that. Now that's another, but damn, season's gonna start next weekend. Next Sunday, the 11th, the season starts. So who gets penciled in? I don't think you put Hobbs at that corner spot. Keep Hobbs in the slot. Keep all Anthony Averett, Hobbs, and Rock Ya-Sin. I love that shit. You want all them motherfuckers on the field at the same time. I don't want no, you know what I mean? You go in, you go in, you go in. No, put them all on the field at the same time. Then you got fucking Abram at the safety coming playing in the box with it. Oh. I see what you're doing, Patrick Graham. Pressure is a motherfucker. Pressure is a motherfucker for real. Man, I'm telling you, man, hey, it's going to be interesting to see what the hell happens. Shit, let me get y'all chat up here, man. I need to start, so we the people say Hobbs. I would not be mad at that, but I want them all on the field, like I just said. Why not have them all on the field? Not one at a time. Have Averett play corner with Rock Ya-Sin. Throw Hobbs out there too. Fuck it. Shit, let's put all our playmakers out there so they can make plays. I know Hobbs a beast, so hey, Hobbs possibly could get that spot. And hey, for real, and then that's a legitimate potential of getting that spot. Hobbs is a beast. He's a fucking beast. But how does Patrick Graham want to utilize him? That's the key. So, hey, I guess we're going to have to wait week 1 and see exactly how they line up and how they play. Because we didn't get to see nothing in preseason. Everything was vanilla, was plain. No additives, no preservatives, just straight vanilla bean extract. You know what I mean? Nothing was out there showing us shit. But I would love to see, I'm not mad at the competition if it is Averett and Hobbs, because we know the best is going to end up winning out. And then the second best is going to still find a way on the field. So when was the last time we've been in this predicament where we were so deep with good, young, athletic talent that we had this issue with trying to figure out who to keep, who to start, who to sit? Dude, I'm telling you, inhale, exhale. It is a beautiful, beautiful problem to have. It's been a long time since we've been associated with depth. We always been thin on the back end. I got bars. We always been thin on the back end. But the main result is for to come out with a win. Think again. But anyway, look, hey, shout out to Jason Thomas. He live in Patriots company. Fuck them all. That's right. Hey, for real. Yeah, hey, SC, hey, right on, man. That's a good case in point, man. Those two, I think, will be the battle, but they better come up with a solution soon. Because we are T-minus, what are we? We're in Tuesday, and then next weekend. So shit, we getting ready to get down to the nitty gritty where we got to start practicing for the dischargers. You know what I mean? The dischargers. I love that shit. The dischargers. We got to start getting ready for they ass 9/11 SoFi. And we might as well call that Allegiant Stadium 2.0. Allegiant Stadium 2.0. Shout out to everybody that's up in here, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Raider Chris, John Thomas. Hey, everybody's up, man. Michael Guerrero. Hey, top of the afternoon, my guy. Top of the afternoon, man. Who said, Waller? No, don't you ever put me with no. No, not with Waller, man. Come on now. If you gave me any athlete that can rap, man, give me Damian Lillard. Put me with Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar and Lunatic, you know what I mean? Back together again. To the hard way. Deuces Wild. Deuces Wild. You know what I mean? He put me with Waller. Wow. That's a shot to my ego, man. That is a shot to my ego. What is the deal? What is the deal? What is the deal? But yeah. So, hold on, man. Any other news came out late, man? That's why I wanted to do the show at 2 to give an hour of things to settle down and the news to come out. I haven't heard really too much anything else. Hold on, we're gonna get into this shit. We live, and we about to get into some news. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. So the other things out there, I want to know what is the potential and who are the targets, if we are looking at any, to go sign off the waivers of other teams. Is there someone that we're willing to bring in and bam, we can use him? I haven't heard anything, but we gonna find out. You know what? Let me go to Twitter, because Twitter is where all the news, all the breaking news and shit happen. You know what I mean? Ian Rappaport. All right, so let's see. Let's refresh. Look, somebody say, okay, that's Maurice Moten. They said they wish the Raiders had given Alex Leatherwood a chance at guard before they decided to eat that money. That's the decision that they made, though. That's the choice that they made. They chose to eat the contract and free up a roster spot for somebody that deserves to make the team. That's why I said to me, it's not fair for you to pencil in a player just solely on where he was drafted or by the money he makes. It comes down to production. That's all any team should ever be gauged by when it comes to analyzing their own players as far as starting and staying on the roster. It should go by production. Fuck if you was the number 1 overall pick. Fuck if you making $30 million a year. If you're eating up a roster spot from someone who deserves to have that position, that is a fucking crime. That is a crime. That is a crime. If this player is outright better than this player, but he can't make the team because this motherfucker was picked in the first round and making X amount of dollars, is bullshit. And Ziegler and them is showing me they believe in that same fucking ideology. It should not matter about where you was drafted and how much you make. We need production. Where you was drafted and how much you make ain't going to win us a Super Bowl. But what will win us a Super Bowl is your production on the field. Production. That's all that should ever matter. Production. So, hey, I'm fine with them letting Leatherwood go. Like I said, more power to Leatherwood. May he, you know what I mean, find a new job. But do not allow someone to eat up a roster spot from someone that deserves it. A guy that busts his ass, gets out there and do all the fucking intangibles and the training and the techniques that's taught to him to be a hellified player, and he deserves to be a starter, or not a starter, but on that team, he deserves to be there. Don't fuck him off because you're trying to soothe this guy with baby gloves of where he was drafted and how much he's making. That don't make sense to me. I thought our mission is to win now. And that's what they're showing me. To get rid of somebody like Leatherwood that was a first round pick and eating the money we had to eat, they are willing to do whatever it takes to win now. You don't want that from your front office? Willing to do whatever it takes? Even the hard decisions? The decisions that we say, and give them another opportunity. Yes, maybe they should have, but maybe we don't know. We're on the outside looking in. We don't know the discussion that went on behind the curtain between Leatherwood and the coaching staff and whatnot. Maybe he don't want to play guard. Maybe he was solely set on winning out the tackle spot because it was given to him day one. Leatherwood had the right tackle spot in his lap day one. It is your position to lose, and he lost it. So with that being said, come on now, we can't be having special circumstances to deal with this player different from this one just because of where he was drafted. Ziegler and them didn't draft him. They didn't give him that contract. So it's no loss to them. That's not their guy. So everybody, we always say that. That's not their guy. Quote, unquote. We always say that. So why is it any different now with Leatherwood? Because it was a first-round pick? If he was a fourth-round pick, would have been okay? Oh, that's not their guy. But it's a first-round pick. Oh, they should have made it work. No. If they felt it was time to move on because they had someone already in the fold. Now, for instance, how would you feel, okay, we kept Leatherwood, and say we got rid of a player that we seen this preseason, like, hey, that kid right there is solid. It's solid. What's the dude, I'm going to tell you, they did the rankings of the Raider players this preseason. Do you know who was ranked the highest? Offensive lineman. Left guard. Do you know who was ranked the highest? What was Jackson? Is his name Jackson? Barton Jackson was the highest ranked Raider player this preseason. So would you have cut him to keep Leatherwood at guard? The highest rated player, not offensive lineman, not left guard, the highest rated player on this Raiders team this preseason was Barton Jackson. So would it have made sense to cut him and kept Leatherwood? Because Leatherwood was a first-round pick and making X amount of dollars more than him. Why would you lose out on a talent that was top-rated? And he had a lot of snaps. That caught me by surprise. I'm like, oh, Barton, he's the top-rated player, period? Out of all the players on the team, receiver, running backs, linemen, defensive linemen, corners, safeties, linebackers, quarterbacks, he was the number one rated player, period. You don't get rid of talent like that to keep someone just because they're a first-round pick. That's fucking lunacy. I know I'm lunatic. That's ludicrous. You know what I mean? That is something you don't do if you're expected to make this team the best team you possibly could have to make a run at the Super Bowl. We're not just trying to make the playoffs this year. We all know this. We did that last year. And we did it with limited players, limited performers. But when we get performers, you don't let them go based on position of draft and money. You don't do that. You're shooting yourself in the foot. You're shooting yourself in the foot. So, hey, salute to Ziegler and them for making the hard choices, the unpopular choices, but they're choices to make us better. That's all we got to analyze and gauge this shit by. Are the decisions they're making, does it make sense? Fuck yeah, it makes sense. Fuck yeah, it makes sense. Would we have loved to trade Leatherwood and save more money? Of course. Was teams going to trade for him? Hell no. Because it showed us they didn't. It didn't. They didn't trade for him. That's why we released him. So shout out to everybody that is on the team. Yes, indeed. Because you deserve to be on the team if you're on the team. That's what this regime, they're doing the necessary evil. Let's call a spade a spade. It's the necessary evil that must be done for us to get to the ship. Not the chip. You don't spell championship with a C-H-I-P. No, it's S-H-I-P, like a pirate ship. I never understood it. Let's get the chip. What fucking chip? What a fucking Dorito? A Lay's? What chip you? A chip of wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Come on now. Like, damn, he got them tongue twisters down. You motherfucking right, boy. The women love it. The women love my tongue twister. Yes. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers does Peter Piper pick? I don't know, because I didn't count the shit when he was picking them. Yeah, shout out to everybody that's out there, man. I'm going on one because I'm giving up facts. Big Daddy in the motherfucking house, man. Dirty Writer, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Thank you for pulling up. Hey, man, you know what? Like I said, I was only gonna do an hour. I'm gonna throw a link, man. We need to chop this shit up. We need to motherfucking chop this shit up. Fuck this shit, man. We need to chop the motherfucking shit up. Let's get some motherfucking feedback, bro. Look in the chat. I got the link. Come on, Dirty. What? Pull up. SC. Fucking Michael. What? If y'all want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Let's be about it. Let's do all that shit, man. Let's talk this shit. Cause there's a lot to talk about. I don't know about the other moves, but I'm about to motherfucking try to find out. Pull on up. Let's get into this shit for real. Snoop Hernandez, man. Hey, top of the afternoon to you, my brother. Top of the afternoon. Thank you for being here. Yes, indeed. We are at 48 viewership. To those who are here for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. Without further delay, man, we about to get up into this, man. We gonna talk some Raider shit. We got Vin Diesel. What's up with it? Oh, man, where you been? It's been a minute, huh?
I've been creeping in the background.
Man, I thought you had to turn yourself in or something.
That comes later. Dude, I love this.
Man,
Like,
we're talking all this stuff about this team and the moves they're making, man. It's some surprising cuts and trades. You know what I mean? But
it's surprising, but honestly, it's kind of predictable if you kind of sit back and look at the overall picture. We are paying way too many people just to sit back because of their names or because of their picks. Yeah. Like, we're gonna pay you $2 million, but you're only gonna play 5 games out of the year. Nah, dude. Like, we may hit. Yeah, everybody said, "Oh, we're gonna, we're getting a cap hit this year." But people that are smart, they're like, "Yeah, we're getting hit this year, but guess what? Next year we go for the draft." You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how McDaniels, he's done it, And I don't want to say the Patriots way. No, it's like you got to separate that. Dude. Like, McDaniels is he's smart, dude. I trust in him. Like, why pay all these players? Like, we had the fucking dude, the white dude, the offensive line that sat back for the whole fucking Richie Incognito. Great, fucking amazing player. But I kept telling everybody last year, I'm like, dude, he's just going to quietly retire because he had a lot of shit in his background that he didn't want coming forward. You know?
Hey, shout out to everybody that's out there. Yeah, Phil Romero, thank you for pulling up, man. Hey, SC, if you want to pull up, man, the link is out there, or I can send it to you on IG. Just for a split second. I ain't gonna be on too much longer, man. But I do want to, chop it up about this writer shit, man, for real. Let me see who I got on this. Let's see. Maybe they don't want to pull up. Maybe they got other things going. It's good though. SC, look in the link if you want to pull up, brother, man. I want to know your position on all this stuff we done did today, man. Man, I'll tell you, I've been trying to do this shit.
I want to ask you this, we lose money this year, but next year we ain't got to pay them people. I think, I said, so
they're making the right move.
Yeah, Gruden paying. Why are you gonna pay the same thing? Market,
man, for real.
Dude, we had a backup quarterback that could be a starter in any other team. Mariota. Why are we paying him that much to be the backup if he doesn't? It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Now the Niners are doing it with Garoppolo.
Yeah, I think we're clearing the way, dude. To I think we're gonna. I don't know. I said it almost a year ago. I think we're gonna sign Sue. I don't know if it's Sue, but we're gonna sign somebody. what all these moves, we're clearing money for next year to be like, hey, Darren Waller, this is your contract. You might only make this much this year, but next year, bro, if you play in 17 games, you're gonna make a killing.
Dirty in the house. What's going on with you?
Hey, what's up, Dirty?
How you doing?
Man. So we seeing all the any other moves came out yet late? Because I know sometimes like at the last minute it take a minute.
Yeah.
No other surprises. So Amik and Webb are staying.
Apparently, I mean, the whole thing hasn't come out yet. Salute to the chat. What's up with everybody, man? Pitch White, what's good with you, man? How you doing?
SC in the house. What's the deal, man? What's the deal, SC?
Oh, you're not talking to me?
Sorry.
What's good? What's good, lunatic? Hey, what did I say? Everybody called me the #1 Mullen hater. I called this from ages ago.
SC?
I ain't surprised. I'll tell you that much, lunatic. I ain't surprised.
Yes, indeedy. Man, we got Fade to Black. Hey, we getting deep in here this morning.
Lunatic. I ain't surprised.
What's the deal with it, man? What's the deal? Hey, so with the Mullen thing though, I said this before that I thought Avery would get that starting job. Man, we popping up for real.
Nah, it just tells me he wasn't physically able to do it.
Yeah, that's man.
He hasn't recovered from his injury.
You got to be there. Like I say, availability. You know they say about availability. They're not just letting anybody. You're not just gonna sit the bench. Bam.
Yeah. I said
Twan,
it in there.
hey, what's going on, Twan? Raider Twan in the house.
Salute, Twan.
Hey, I think I'm like everybody in the Raider Nation. I think we all asking what the hell is going on.
No,
Hey,
I
Bruno.
love it, dude.
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I trust what they're doing right now, man.
I'm thinking why we didn't do this before. Yeah, like I love this shit. Listen, I want to make my point real quick. Derek Carr come out in the media. He said, "Hey, if you got mixed face in practice, you know whatever it is, what it is." But Derek Carr,
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
we
you
hear
good,
you,
Raphael.
Yeah.
Salute, brother.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
hold on
because
one
I have
second,
an
man.
issue about that phone right here because I was almost doing the work because I'm really tired.
Yeah.
We on the estimation. You here, man? What's good with you? How you doing?
Very good, because right now I'm finished the work and I will see the roster right here. I was really surprised to see.
It's not your turn. Hold on, Jason was talking. What's up, Jason?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, hold on one second. Hey, Dirty, I was gonna ask you for that award music.
Cool, I'm glad you all right. It's your turn, Jason.
That track from me one
Thank you,
time. Oh shit! Hey, go ahead. Fix what you saying, though, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, man, I literally forgot what I was saying.
God damn it.
Damn, Ruffy.
Man, look, man, since this motherfucker don't want to talk, don't remember what the fuck he talking about. Look, I'm not worried about any of the moves. Trayvon Mullen obviously is not healthy. They got a lot of faith in who they are keeping, which is fine with me. I mean, we were all arguing a case for Webb. We was all arguing a case for Amik. You know what I mean? Shit, they fucking both made it. You know what I mean? They fucking both made it. Fuck you gonna be angry about? As far as the Leatherwood situation, I think they got a game plan to where they let him go through waivers. If he don't clear, because nobody wants to trade for him, obviously nobody wants him, you bring him back to the practice squad.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You still paying him. You know what I mean? But you bring him back to the practice squad in hopes that you could possibly develop him. But you definitely take him off the roster for somebody else. You know, you can activate players throughout the season. If at any point in time he develops to be, I mean, if he gets his confidence back at any point in time throughout the season where he can play right guard or something if need be, then cool deal. No problem. You know what I mean? But until everything is set in stone and I see practice squad and all that, hey man, I'm gonna just chill because I ain't even seen the whole 53 yet. I don't think anybody
I'm
see,
trying to do.
no,
Yeah.
and that was what I was gonna like chip on about is, yeah, like we aren't paying people just to fucking be on the roster anymore. Like, oh yeah, we got, if you playing 5 out of 20 games, we don't need you, bro. It doesn't matter if you're the best in the world. If you're only playing 5 out of 20, like, you gone, bro. Like, it's good. We cleaned it out.
Yes.
We are not gonna sit there. Like, we'll take the cap hit for this year, and I love it because I think, honestly, I think we're making the way for Darren Waller, and I think we're gonna sign somebody that I don't know if it's, Sue, but I think all of this, we're releasing big money. Yeah, for this year it's gonna cost us, but if I sign you this year, I can sign you to a 2-year deal. You can get 600,000 this year, but you get 17 million next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, dude, Josh McDaniels is smart like that, and that's what we've needed in the Raiders. Like, we haven't had smart people to work the contracts out.
Twan got something.
Yep.
Twan, go ahead, Twan. I can see it.
It sounds lovely, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm trying to keep, you know what I'm saying, wait until everything, you know what I'm saying, pans out. But at this point, it doesn't look well for the cap. You know what I'm saying? If Leatherwood doesn't come back to us, that's money that we're forking out without getting any type of production off of a player. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I understand that we traded Mullen and all that stuff, and that's a whole, you know what I'm saying, different subject. He might be hurt, whatever the situation may be, and they got value off of that. But just releasing players and not getting any production off of that is not going to help us in the long run, especially if you're saying, oh yeah, we're going to go sign this player, and all those contracts that we signed this year, those don't hit right now, but those are going to affect us next year. And the cap money situation, they're going to have to figure all that out. So I'm waiting on my, you know what I'm saying, my final judgment on what's going on right now. But just what I'm seeing right now regarding the money wise, it's not adding up because we don't have that much money to really be spending or trying to bring anybody else in. I know Dirty was also talking about bringing in, finally getting Perriman paid, you know what I'm saying? And he's still looking for a contract. Where is that money going to come from?
Well, you can always come to an agreement and a settlement on money owed, right? He's out the league. Say he doesn't come back. Say he clears waivers and we still don't grab him. You know what I mean, for the practice squad, and he's just out the NFL. You know what I mean? You think he's gonna wait every year money, or he can actually take, like, we owe him just a little under 7. That's what we owe him, just a little under 7. I give you $9 million for your whole contract, man, up front right now. That's money off the books.
It's a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil.
But that goes to, like I said, that's why I'm gonna wait to finally, like, before I really, put the hammer down on, these decisions. Because again, everything right now is, even though we've got our 53, it's still fluid. So, but just like I said, right now, initially, I'm just like, man, even though people might say, oh, $7 million's nothing, that adds up when it comes to, cap and potential guys that we might want to bring in. People want to bring in Sue, you know what I'm saying? That Waller contract hasn't been, hammered yet in stone. There's a lot of things going on money wise, and we need to be looking at that aspect.
But
exactly.
Let's look at it like this. You're talking about money that's already been accounted for anyway.
Yep.
Don't really matter. That money's already been accounted for.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All of that money has already been accounted for. So, I mean, in all honesty, you're not putting yourself in a hole. Yeah, you're throwing money away, but it ain't no extra money that you're throwing away. It don't count against what we already got left.
What's up with it?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
So for me, that's why I say don't even worry about the dollars.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Don't even worry about the dollars. His money that's already accounted for. You were gonna pay him that money regardless, so it's already tied into the salary cap. Just by letting him go, I mean, it's just money that's gone. In all honesty, but it don't have anything. It don't affect any of the money that we already have just sitting around to sign somebody else.
So none of the shit is in addition to. It's already on the books.
It's already on the books. It's ain't nothing. It's already on the books. So
So,
that makes me feel a little better, but at the same time, I still on the flip side of that, I still don't like wasting money like that. You know what I'm saying? I like to get my value. You know, just to be honest with you.
I thought we would have used Leatherwood at least at the death piece or something, because I knew we would get hit on the cap. You know, because we're not, when it comes to the O-line, you know, we don't have a lot of players. I mean, we could at least use them, but I don't know, man. There's a reason why they did that. I mean, they've seen them in practice, they've seen it all. They're not comfortable with them. Mullen, now he's you know, the best ability is availability, right? So that guy's always been hurt. So I'm not hating on them.
Always.
Has he really always been hurt though?
Just last season he was hurt. That was it.
Yeah, that was last season.
He wouldn't hurt the other two.
Hey, man, if you're taking the dogs out, man, remove yourself from the screen, man. Nobody got time for you to be taking the dogs out.
I wanted to touch up upon that cap space. The thing is with Leatherwood, it does affect the cap when it turns into dead cap. That's the addition after he's released. So that does affect the cap. That specific dead cap does affect the cap. So that's why I'm kind of like, whose fault is it with the Leatherwood thing? I blame a little bit of Brasillo. If he watched anything of last year, they switched him to guard and he did better than what he did in tackle. I'm not saying he looked amazing, but putting him at tackle at tackle continuously, you don't think it's gonna shoot down his whole demeanor? Like it's gonna shoot him down. Everybody's saying he doesn't want to play for us, and bro, if they're using me wrong, and they're using me, and you don't watch the tape from last year, it's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna get affected. I'm gonna be like, damn, like you're shooting down my ego. I'm getting down, and then you seen it. Leatherwood started getting sadder. He started looking like he didn't want to play no more, and I blame that on the coach.
Yeah,
so how's that money against you? I thought it was next year when I thought it was next year when the dead cap goes into play when he's not there.
So the dead cap is usually allocated when you get released or traded. That's after the fact. So let's just say we would have kept Leatherwood, right? Nothing would have happened on addition. But now that we released them, whatever that dead cap hit, because I seen there was 2 dead cap hits, one for this year, one for next year. I got to make sure the numbers that gets allocated now for.
So even if it rolled over to next year, all those big contracts that we signed, DC, Max Crosby, all of those hit. So
yeah,
again.
So in a sense, you gotta bring him back on the practice squad.
Well, I mean, you got to factor in a lot of shit because
yeah,
even with that money next year, don't forget there's going to be people that's under contract this year. That money comes off the cap when they hit free agency as well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
They probably called him and said, "Hey, look, we gonna release you, see if you clear waivers, and then we gonna bring you back on the practice squad. Don't pack your bags just left. You know what I mean? Don't pack your bags just yet. You know what I mean? But we're gonna have to work on your confidence. Now, hopefully, you know what I mean, we can get you in that guard. So we see we fucked up and made a mistake. You're not a tackle. But if we bring you back as guard, you're gonna have to work on your confidence, get back in, and you know what I mean? That's the only way. Look, that's the only way it works out for everybody.
I think that's what's gonna happen, and I think that's a smart move if they do that. If they bring him back on the practice squad, because it's like if 32 teams weren't willing to trade you, they might not even pick you up. That means the other teams are not gonna pick you up most likely if they weren't even willing to give you a 7th or anything at all, right? Honestly, that would be a smart move.
Because the rule is if they pick you up, you have to be on the 53. So it's not like they can pick you up and put you on a practice squad. They have to put you on the initial 53 of their team. So we'll see how that pans out. But like I said, that's what I was kind of worried about because I'm thinking about DC's contract. I'm thinking about Renfro's contract. I'm looking at all these big contracts that we just signed. It doesn't hurt us now, but next year that stuff that cap is going to hit. And if we're spending dead money, then how is that going to balance out? So they got to figure out the numbers for real.
So according to the waiver wire, we're 22. I don't know if you guys could see that. We're number 22 on the waiver.
Oh.
Okay.
Also, as far as making claims,
Yeah,
we're
we're
the
22.
26th. We're in 22nd.
Yeah.
We got 21 other motherfuckers ahead of us.
Oh. Hey, I gotta tell something before I leave right here, because all these, the 50 roster, and of course I agree with the opinion of Eric and of course Juan about the dead cap and of course the money of the extension contracts. But in my opinion, right here, this is the moment that we're waiting for. This is the moment since 2002 season with the Oakland Raiders when we lost against Tampa Bay before you know who became to the team for 2020. But right now, it seems that we have the opportunity to make the playoffs. And I guarantee you, that front office between Dave Ziegler and of course Josh Daniels, they're giving like ruthless attitude that somebody couldn't pull up about it. And I just felt that some players have been awesome, but there are some players that are not very productive about the season. And the biggest mistake right here was Elizalde Wood to go to continue to guard to right tackle. So I don't think it's a good idea to change the position to guard to right tackle. So this is not because if you look at the Seattle performance right here at the preseason, if you look at Elizalde Wood, it's not very good. And we just see that Josh McDaniels say, hey, I just wanted to say that you're not giving it like a good production. You're not giving it enough power to say so. You might cut it away.
They proved that by letting them go. They wasn't, you know what I mean? By releasing them, that spoke volumes. As far as our cap situation, I don't know how current over the cap is, but they say next year we're $26 million under the cap.
Yeah, exactly.
And you figure that's not even in addition to the salary cap going up, which is expected to do so. So if you give another $20 million, we're under the cap 46. If we carry if the $21 million we have under the cap we carry over and don't spend it, that's another 20. So we're under the cap by 47 or 67. $67 million. If this cap figure is right, what I'm looking at, 26.6 is for next year is what we're under the cap by.
I'm trusting them, man. I'm trusting
the new contracts.
But is that after all these big contracts hit?
It has to be. That's for next year. Next year's cap. They kick in next year.
Yeah, exactly.
And I assume that the cap will go up by at least $20 million.
You guys think it's going to go up by that much?
Of course, they're expecting it to. They said from 15 to 20. I'm assuming a little bit more. I say 22 to make it 230.
I would say 18.
It'll be more than that.
So
I'll
tell you
Amazon
this.
got that $1 billion.
I'm thinking more like 12.
If the Amazon Prime deal goes through, it's projected right around 30.
See?
Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to shout out to everybody else because right now I'm off to going to home right here. But salute to everybody else: Eric, Westside Sport Radio, Tuan with the Brown Crackers, Fade to Sits, also Jason, and of course Lunatic and Dirty. And I gotta tell you something. That comedy show was really awesome. It almost got pee on my pants. So don't forget about the ballot menu. So
you talking about Clovis? You talking about the Lunatics? Yeah, I was rolling, man.
Hey, good luck, man. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate it, man. Enjoy your day, man, for real.
Thank you and salute to y'all.
All right. But
I gotta roll out. I'll holler at y'all in a minute.
All right.
All right, Dirty.
Hey, did you guys hear about DP?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking mad, bro. Well, not mad, but I'm like, damn, bro, DP, that boy DP, man, come on.
That was a surprise with him and Trayvon Mullen being gone. It makes me think they're going to go out and go get another corner and hold on to Amit.
Something is brewing.
No, I think that they're satisfied with Webb and Amit.
You think so?
Hey, you figure that brings down the number in the cap as far as who you got on your roster. What you say, Quan? Cheap labor?
cheap labor. But hey, I brought this up on Dirty's Live last night. You know, throwing DP out there. I was like, hey, is DP? You know what I'm saying? Is his coverage and his return game enough to keep a roster spot? Is he that electric? And we see what happened.
You did say that. I'm not gonna lie. And I was scrolling down Twitter looking at tweets, and I saw your tweet. I saw your tweet this morning too.
Yeah. I don't go on Twitter that much, but I had to come out there with a little something.
Oh, you know how many Big Shirley on there? No.
Hey, you know I keep a Big Shirley on me. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Hey, but for real, like I said, is DP's coverage and his return game enough? Like, I think maybe they found somebody else that can return, and you know they were happy with the coverage of Amik and Sam Webb.
Well, you know what? This is why, and SC was saying this in the chat as well. I think what it is Amik and Webb is more depth pieces, but that pushed people up. So we're talking Hobbs and fucking Avery. Now I would like to have Hobbs in the slot and have Avery at the other corner opposite of Rock Ya-Sin. Have them all on the field. Because I see turnover. Those guys are going to be responsible for a lot of turnovers secondary wise.
Didn't Avery play in the slot primarily in Baltimore? Or
he played both. Yeah, he played outside and inside. He has that versatile, just like Nate Hobbs.
Interceptions on the season.
Has this dawned on anybody that maybe Avery plays the slot and they push Hobbs to the outside?
Hey, that too.
That could be it.
But as long as you have them on the field at the same time, you want your best playmakers out there. I think that is built against turnovers. Got a bunch of fumble guys up on the line.
We got to start a GoFundMe to get Loon some better internet, bro.
Hey, bullshit out here. You fucking up?
Yeah, it's fucking up.
Bro, your shit is awful, bro. What you on, Cox cable or something?
Cox.
Megatron.
God damn. You're at the library using the library in the public
Mr.
Wi-Fi.
Roboto right now. Mr. Roboto.
Oh shit!
How you gonna be hosting this show when your internet ain't working right?
He inherited the fucking Hammer House government. Goddamn.
He's still frozen. Look at him. Damn.
We got that McDonald's loop.
Has anybody heard anything about Britton Brown?
No. I think he's still on the roster. He hasn't been cut or anything.
I hope he makes it, man. I'm keeping my fingers crossed still.
And so when is the deadline? Like, when is like the time where we should say, bam, here's the 53?
It was like 2 hours ago.
1 o'clock was the deadline.
Yeah.
So why haven't we seen shit?
A minute ago.
Because a lot of shit come in at the last minute.
Yeah,
like
it
could have been it could have been at like 12:59 that the last ones got in, and they got to go through the rest of the league to announce that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm assuming. Then if there is any more trades, the league got to okay that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm assuming Josh Daniels, like, he's looking in the background. Like, he's letting certain players go because of other teams letting certain players go. And I think they got, something going in the background to where, like, I'll let him go, you let him go, so we don't got to trade, That's just me. I don't know, like, it's smart if they do it. Like,
but I think the first thing is first. I think it's first establishing the 53, and then from there, if they pick somebody up, of course, there's going to be a corresponding, transaction. You know what I'm saying? So they picked up somebody, but with the corresponding response, we release so and so, just so that they have the 53.
I'm trying to see what
What's up with the Ravens taking all of our players, man? They just signed Kenya Drake.
Yo,
Kenya Drake.
Dude, that's the Raiders 2.0.
hey, them and the Cardinals, dog.
Yeah, these motherfuckers got the quarterbacks, the fucking DBs. Like,
hey, the Falcons too.
Yo,
it shows you how
John Gruden chasers and shit. Like, y'all can have that shit. Fuck out of here.
Hey, between Atlanta and Baltimore,
The two birds.
I swear to God,
Man.
dude. I listened. Like it was like 6 months ago before this shit, but like 6 months ago, yeah, it was like Raiders 2.0. Like they legitimately took the quarterback, receivers, like
Hey,
no,
but that's
okay.
but that's kind of scary though. Like to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Kenyon Drake right next to Lamar Jackson have some kind of, you know what I'm saying, pass
Oh,
option
it's
right there.
scary only if it works. But guess what? It doesn't work.
how we were talking about Leatherwood's psyche, how his confidence and shit. Here I'm reading if Illuminor will be the starting right tackle. And here
Okay.
he posted this time. He said he was cut for a second time in 4 days last year. This time it sucks. He didn't break. He worked hard, and now he's a starter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you really don't want nobody fragile up here.
Yo, and that's the thing, dude. I love that shit. That's what I
Yeah.
love. That's why I typed in so many people chat. It's like it's all about accountability now. You know what I'm saying? Derek Carr literally got on there and said, "Hey, if you make a mistake, that's one thing. If you keep on making a mental mistake,
Yep.
I'm gonna be at your locker when you come back to the room."
Yeah, learn from it, man.
I love that shit about Derek Carr. Like Josh McDaniels said, "Hey, this is your team, dude. Lead these people. Lead by, not just lead by example, but lead by force. Like, hey, like I love the accountability, man. I love what we're doing. We're getting rid of people. Like, why are you paying Richie Incognito $2.5 million to sit on the bench for the whole year? Nah, we ain't doing that no more. I'll pay somebody that I drafted to sit on the bench. I love that shit, dude. Like all these people talking about this, bro. It's simple to me. Like I see it and I like it.
I mean, that was the same thing with Lester Cotton. You know what I'm saying? If you really know the story of Lester Cotton, was, up and down, you know what I'm saying, on the roster. You know what I'm saying? One week he's on the practice squad, next week he's on the 53, then he gets cut, and then, you know what I'm saying? And look at where he's at now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's potentially, and you know what I'm saying, he's potentially the starter for us.
Right. And here's the other thing. People are like, oh, well, if you cut him, you're gonna waste $2 million. You know what though? If we're good as far as like personnel wise this year, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Lose all the money, whatever, dude. We good. Like it's all about future. Like start paying people just to sit around and be ignorant, dude. Like if you want to be on the team, earn your way on this team. We only want players that once a Raider, always a Raider means something,
Yeah, I just feel like we should try to get as much value as we can out of these guys and put them in the right positions to succeed. Like, we've been saying, especially with Leatherwood, we know that Leatherwood wasn't a tackle. I've been saying that since, you know what I'm saying, almost like last year when we were trying to figure out who was going to be on our starting line. And I said, keep Leatherwood right where he's at right guard. But they didn't do that. And, that
you know why?
That allowed Cotton to come up and do his thing. But,
You know why? And I'm going to break it down to you know why Leatherwood is because we're not paying Leatherwood the right tackle. We're paying him to be a right tackle, but he's got to be a guard. So why pay somebody money to be in a position that they can't play? So get him out of here.
And even if you put him at guard, you're not the best guard players of what we have.
Yeah.
We got to pay that regardless.
I mean, the Leatherwood shit at this point is pretty much water under the bridge. He gone, you know what I'm saying? Just
Who's
You know what I'm
next
saying? It is what it is.
Who's next up, y'all?
Mullins, see you later, bro. If you're only gonna play 5 games out of the season, yeah, we good.
But that was 1 year, bro. He's been good
That was
like
just
up
last
until
year.
the last year.
He's
Right.
been the most solid corner we've had in what?
Eric,
past-
stop hating.
No, I get it,
Eric, the biggest Mullen
dude,
hater on YouTube.
and I would argue the
Look at
same
his swing.
point,
Look
brother.
at his swing. He got a good swing over there.
I would argue the same point, but something, something happened in training camp. If he didn't feel it, I don't know. I don't want to be skeptical and shit, but something happened between training and they just felt like, nah, you ain't in it to win it. So I think they moved on.
I think there was definitely something seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when he was healthy to get back on the field, that was right when we were into our joint practices. So they must have seen something in between joint practices to say,
Right.
he may have lost a step or whatever the situation may be, and they said, hey, he's probably going to end up getting cut, so let's try to get some value off of him. So
Right. And here's the thing that nobody's talking about, like because I don't follow college football, but who's the next cornerback to go in the draft? Like they're looking ahead, you know what I'm saying, as well as looking right now.
They said they were.
Yeah, definitely.
They said they already was working on next year's draft.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
they gotta
Like
have
that's
to
what you guys gotta not you guys, but people gotta understand is like we're trying to build a fucking legacy, dude. Tom Brady made his legacy off of us. Fuck Tom Brady. And that's the only good thing Gruden did is said, fuck Tom Brady. You ain't coming here.
Well, shit, I'm about to shut this shit down, man. I thank you guys for pulling up. Shout out to all 87 that's watching. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit that notification bell while you're down there as well, man. Thank you for pulling up. Each and every one of you guys, thank you for pulling up on me as well. Hey, tell us how to get contact with you. We'll start down here.
You can find me on the West Side blowing these motherfucking trees all the time. West Side Sports Radio. You can find me on Loom Show. You can find me on Eric's show. Find me on Dirty Show. Yeah, find me on all kind of random shows. Holla at your boy. Like and subscribe.
That's right. Twan Raider Twan, how to get a hold of you, man?
You can find me on IG at Twan TWUAN. And then you can also find me on Yes Sir Outdoors, which is on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Yes Sir Outdoors.
Yes, sir. Next up, where they can reach you at, man, get in contact with you.
Yeah, on YouTube, Fade to Black, and then on IG, Fade to Black 03. And again, like Thurden said, I'm on all you guys' chats. So keep grinding, brother. I love your show, Lunatic.
Thank you. SC, what about you, man? Where they can reach you at?
Yeah, man. Hey, first of all, man, to everybody up in here, man, please subscribe to my boy Lunatic, man. He deserves the 1,000. He's close to it. Let's get him there.
Big
And I'm gonna
facts,
do all
sir.
I can to get him there too, because he deserves it. And on top of that, thank you for having me. And you can find me at the SC Experience, aka Mullins' #1 hater, and he's out of here. And people start hating him. Week 2, Devontae Adams is gonna burn him. Week 2, Devontae Adams is about to torch that guy. So
Man,
ooh-wee. Peace out.
All right. Hey Jay, let them know about you, man.
Stand Up America 12 on Twitter. I don't mess with the YouTube cross platforms.
All right, short and sweet. Well, that's it for me, y'all, man. Hey, thank you guys for pulling up. This is Raiders Allegiance. I'm Lunatic Raider, your host, man. It's been a nice breaking news, trying to get down to the 53. I will be back on tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, with the Good Morning Raider Nation live broadcast. Man, thank you guys for pulling up, man. It's always a pleasure to have you dudes here rocking with me, talking this Raiders shit, man. We're going to do this shit again, though. You already know it. Don't stop, won't stop. So with that being said, man, hey, everybody enjoy your day. May you be blessed. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, same Raider time, same Raider channel, right here on Raiders Allegiance with Lunatic Raider. I'm out.
ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound